We're in such terrible straits today, and there is the two-party system is by hook and by crook using every tool in the box to keep this system locked into two parties, which are eminently more control.
Well, look at where we're at. John, I'm sorry to interrupt, but look at where we're at right now. I mean, it's the result of always voting the lesser of two evils. Like, I mean, if people say just one more time I'll vote for a Republican, or just one more time I'll vote for a Democrat because I'm scared of that other person who's going to be even worse. I mean, that's what we've been doing since
worse and worse.
Since like the 80s. And the reason why we're in the problems that we're in now is because every 4 years people say the same thing. It's gotten worse each year. I mean, right now you could even argue Obama was handed a horrible economy, but he passed the NDAA. I mean, he's on civil
I agree with you there 100%. That is something that I would seek to repeal. At least the you can't repeal the funding aspects of it, but repeal all the infringements on our freedom. Yeah. And one can argue quite credibly that Americans are somewhat less free now than they were 4 years ago.
Actually, you know what? I just thought of a good catch line here. Remember when Reagan said, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?"
Are we better off now than we were 12 years ago?
Are we more free now than we were 12 years ago or 4 years ago?
That's exactly it. And let me say this. I'm in healthcare, and the shenanigans that are going on, really the diminishing of the power of the middle class, and obviously the incomes. A statistic just came out the other day that now the top, I don't know what exactly the percentile was. I think I have the paper over there because the statistics were well put, but the top echelon economically has now totally exceeded that of what they call the entire middle class.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think everyone knows that. I'm sure you could Google that or Bing it or Yahoo it or whatever you want to do, but I mean, whatever search engine you use. I don't want to always say Google, but that's true. I mean, it's like the top 1% of the 1%. I mean, that probably own more than like 30% of our GDP or something like that, or how much income everyone owns. I mean, the rich are definitely getting richer, and the poor are getting poorer. I mean, it definitely is a make it or break it time. I don't know if we can afford another 4 years of Obama or Romney. I mean, it's like the Republicans always say, well, if I would, vote for an independent or not vote for a Republican in like 4 more years, and the Democrats say the same thing, but they don't realize that if they keep on waiting, they're both going to get the short end of the stick, and basically they don't realize, like, it's okay, so Obama's passing these things like the NDAA, but we know he's never going to use them. The thing that people need to understand is any precedents or rules or laws he passes now can be used in the future generations by someone else who might not be as...
might not hold their fire. But